I'm attempting to survive 100 days in this Minecraft SMP that is full of hackers and huge civilizations that aren't to be messed with. I even have to watch out for trappers, making this nearly impossible to survive. My goal is to create my own group and somehow take over the whole server. And keep in mind that I only have one life. Once I die, this series is done. The server just reset a second ago and now I have to get all the good stuff like sugarcane and netherwort before everyone else takes it all. So I instantly went for the chest to grab some food for my trip to the nether. And also made sure to grab at least one sugarcane before I teleport to my friend who was already in the nether. That's when I set out on my mission to quickly find us a nether fortress, so we can get the nether wart before the other people steal it all. The first fortress had no wart, so my friend told me to go over to this other one. And then we finally found some nether wart before anyone else got to it. And just to be greedy and competitive, we even stole all the rest of it from this fortress. But then a group of about 2 noobs arrived, seeing our name tags and then approaching us to fight, inevitably failing in the process as they were up against the best Minecraft players alive. After slaying those kids, we went back to the overworld to get us some diamond armor so we can feel a bit more comfortable. After all, this server is full of hackers, so we would die pretty fast without armor if we ran into one. So I went ahead and used my magical powers to x-ray some diamonds for me and my teammate. Then I crafted us both full diamond armor sets and passed one of them to my teammate named Supreme. Now proceeding to the next mission, which would be finding mob spawners for their loot in the chest. They tend to have a lot of golden apples in them, and sometimes they even have god apples, so I continued to search them, getting more and more bones, and I even found exactly what I was looking for, an enchanted golden apple. While searching for mob spawners, I ran into this abandoned shipwreck and noticed that it had 2 chests inside of it. And me being curious, I went down there. I found some iron in one chest, and the other one had 4 books, which is helping us get closer to the 46 books we will need for the max enchantment level. After that, I continued to search the area for more mob spawners, and I just kept finding more and more golden apples in the chest around the spawners. This guy was clearly a hacker and I randomly seen my teammate fighting him, so I came to save him with my magical powers, logging the little noob hacker out of the game. Then I seen another spawner near us, so I went to quickly search that, but nothing good was there. By now, all we really need besides XP is to get some leather or books so we can reach our goal of 46 books for max enchantments. And luckily I somehow found a mushroom cow island. But this full armored diamond guy tried to fend me off, failing and dying in the process. What was this little guy thinking, challenging the father of all fathers? He should have knew better. His teammate kept coming back 1,000 times to try to grab the loot, and my inventory is full. So I told my friend to teleport to me, but his inventory was also full, so the little noob eventually ended up snatching the loot up and logging out of the game before we could slay him. So we just continued to slay all the cows on the island so we can get enough leather to make our books. I seen this mama cow with her baby, so I have to spare them. Moving on to slay the other cows. But that's when I seen a full armored player coming in hot. He was prancing with sheer confidence, but little did he know, he was simply no match for the best Minecraft players on the universe. Logging him out of the game with ease, and then continuing on our mission to get leather. But that's when the same guy we just made leave the game came back for revenge on us with his reach axe. But there was 2 of us and only 1 of him, so the little guy was doomed. Lil bro left the game again in defeat, and now that we have enough leather for our books, we moved on from the island. But this hacker attacked my friend, so I teleported to him and instantly used my magical powers to attack the little guy. He ran like a good little boy, before eventually logging out of the game like a little noob. After that, we both cooked a nice amount of food and then Supreme farmed us some sugarcane so we can use it to make paper for the books. The final step is to get some obsidian for the enchantment table. So I went down to some lava with my water bucket and we both began to mine for obsidian. And I also x-rayed some diamonds because that's also needed for an enchantment table. Now, at this point, all we both need to do is get enough XP to enchant, so we went back into the nether, trying to find the perfect blaze spawner to go AFK in for some easy XP because I hate grinding quartz. We blocked it off from the fortress so nobody can find it, and then began to make it into an auto XP farm for me to go AFK in. After we got done making it, I finally went AFK with my aura on and got me some free XP.
2 hours later.
After going AFK for 6 days, on day 10 I hit around level 70, which is good enough for me to enchant. So I went up to a portal above me, only to get swarmed by 1,000 mobs who were after me while I was AFK for 6 days. I only like to enchant in my base, so I needed to build a quick base to enchant in. I usually keep it simple and just make a small, basic base. After finishing the layout, I began to make it home by adding a crafting table, furnaces, and even some hoppers for storage, since chests can easily be x-rayed by hackers. And now for the fun part, let's finally enchant some armor and swords. This reset I'm gonna even use the bow more often, so I'm looking to get some good enchants on a bow here also. After it was all said and done, I had some decent loot, not the best, but it's for sure good enough to fend off some attackers for now. I even came out with a fortune pickaxe which will help me get diamonds twice as fast. I put my good loot away for now and then teleported to a random person so I can get to the overworld for some sand to make potions. But this guy had other plans for me. He chased me down for miles. Luckily it was raining out, so his fire aspect sword wasn't effective on me, so I ran away to heal up and get ready to fight back. The little guy was simply no match for the father of all fathers. He knew he messed up. As soon as I turned around, he ran away to go pop a golden apple out of pure fear. I flung him off the mountain with my knockback sword, causing the little guy to chug even more golden apples to survive his father's wrath. But by now he realizes nothing will save him. He's simply doomed. No matter how many golden apples he pops, my PvP skill is far much too superior for him to handle. The little guy could barely hit me, and inevitably he was forced to log out of the game before he loses all of his items to me. After logging the poor little guy, I proceeded to get some wood. This way I don't have to return back to the overworld to enchant again because I'll already have everything I need. So I got over a stack of wood to last for 2 enchanting sessions, and then I got some sand so I can turn it into glass to make potions. I placed 4 furnaces to melt the sand quicker, and while it was melting, I seen this sheep staring at me, so I went to say what's up to him, giving him all of my wheat seeds. After the sand was done melting into glass, I made some bottles, but before we head back to the base to make potions, I thought I should get enough diamonds for next time I enchant, so I headed underground to x-ray about 2 stacks of diamonds so I don't have to come to the overworld again for stuff to enchant. I found a mine shaft when I was down there and I decided it would be a good idea to collect some webs for PvP. It's now day 13. I gathered some water in my bottles to make a few potions so I can feel a bit safer to the heavily armored players. I made the 3 deadliest combinations of potions, first being poison splash potions that last for 2 minutes, then strength potions, and last but not least, potions of regeneration. At this point, the grind is pretty much over with. Now it's time to terrorize everyone in sight.